Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be a general weekly reading for the sign of Scorpio for the week of February 22nd. And at this time I would like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed. And for all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched. And of course the lovely comments. Thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate them. It definitely makes my week to know that I'm reaching the right people and you guys are appreciating it and you're letting me know. So much appreciated and thank you for that. Okay. And the Hermit you're starting with. So doing a little bit of soul searching this week, realizing you need to go within just a little bit to get some answers, some clarity on a few things for yourself. So you're not, too willing to talk on the phone or answer text messages this week. You're just taking a time out, doing some soul searching. You want some answers that you've been seeking for a while, and you're realizing you need to go within in order to find the true answer for just yourself, without any extra input. So some of you are doing some meditation, just trying to figure out which is your next, step in your evolution before you get going again. And sometimes you just need to get off, the grid a little bit so that you can regenerate again. Start something fresh. And the Knight of Rods. So there you go. Moving forward. Understanding you have a great potential for new adventures and you really want to do this. Like you just have a bee in your bonnet and you want to get moving on something. Some of you want to take some trips. You're just feeling the need, to get out there again. Open back up, and you're realizing sometimes you do things a little bit impulsively. And you're trying to calm yourself down from that a bit. You don't want to go doing anything in haste that might, jeopardize your health. So you're realizing that although you want to get going on this adventure, you're making sure that, if it's by vehicle or motor vehicle of any kind, you're making sure that it is taken care of, like tune-ups, good tires, all those sort of things. Some of you maybe even, depending where you live, thinking of going skiing. Just something so simple. Something that is very action-orientated. But you're taking care of it. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Look at you go. Like you are really gung-ho for this new trip. Travel, trip. This could be by air as well for some of you. So, wow. A whole new way of traveling for you, different experiences, and that in itself is understanding to you that something's changing around you. For some of you, this could also be a relationship that's cooling down. You're starting to see the true colors of the personality of the person, or perhaps you've already known but you never really said or did anything about it. You just sort of accepted it as that is who they are. But now you're realizing you need to cut that sort of thing out of your life a little bit more. You're going to let some friends go. Maybe there's been some arguing going on and you're just, they've been trying to win at all costs and you're just having no more of it. You're drawing that line in the sand sort of thing. You're taking all the information everybody's giving you with a little grain of salt. But you can see things more truly than people realize, and you would take the bull by the horns when it's time for you. And the Moon card, picking a new direction, new friends, new way of doing things. Some of you are starting out this year with trying to get your health back in order a little bit. Maybe you've slid off the grid there a little bit too far, overeating, overindulging in something. And you're realizing that's not really the right path for yourself. So you're pulling back in the reins a little bit here. Realizing you want to take care of yourself and your health because that's your wealth. So some of you are really doing something on your own, like, and you will gain followers, absolutely, because that's just who you are. But you're doing this because it's something you want to do. You're not being coerced into this. You just want to take care of you. And that's good. And the Six of Cups. Look at that. Nostalgia, good times. You know, maybe you guys played soccer or basketball or something when you were younger. And it just, you feel like you want to get going again on that sort of adventures for yourself, taking care of yourself and your health. And it brings back up some pretty good memories here for many of you. You're going to be quite excited about trying this again, because it looks like you've done this in the past anyhow, and you're just going back around to it. You know, something you haven't tried in probably a long time, but you're willing to, you know, do it again. Give it a try, that sort of thing. You're quite happy this week with a few of your thoughts from your past. Maybe you've ran into somebody that you haven't seen in a while, or you heard from them. Maybe they got back in touch with them. Maybe there was a school reunion, something like that. And it just floods you back to a more dreamy part of your life. Yeah, and the Emperor. Definitely knowing to take charge for yourself, realizing there's things you want to change, and the only way things are going to change is if you know, take the leadership role in it. So you're finding your own stability as you step into this position for yourself, which is good because you're focused on succeeding. You know, no more giving yourself excuses. You're in control of all of this, and you are putting yourself first. You're very focused on changing your perspective, your future. You know, where you live, who you hang around with, how you take care of yourself, perhaps even some of you is where you work. But you're about to change a lot of things because you have a brighter look for your future. And it doesn't matter what age you are. You know, sometimes you begin later in life because that dream has been, you know, poking at you for a long time, and now you're realizing it's time to take that perspective and go with it. Yeah, the wheel, look at that. You're aligning with a change. Full circle. Things have changed for you because it was time to do so. You know, and this is your turning point. You going forward in a different new direction for yourself. Understanding that it's time. This is good luck, karma, life cycle. You know, this is your turning point. Time to change things in your life. You've had your ups and downs. You understood where everything's at. And now you're realizing you want to change it just a little bit more, like tweak it. And you're more than capable of doing it. Though it will change many other things in your life, you're willing to accept that so that you can have this dream into your future. So wow, you know, that's an ending of a cycle. So this new one can start. And you're all about fresh beginnings. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Walking away. Keeping things more to yourself. You may not be even telling anybody you were thinking about, you know, changing a whole lot of things in your life. And you don't know that, you know, you don't owe that to anybody. This is your own way to get away from something. Maybe something's been going on for a long time. You know, people picking on you, telling you can't have this, you shouldn't do that, and you're literally tired of all of that. You want your life to be as you envision it, and you're realizing the only way that that vision will come to light and to reality is if you change where you're at, move away from this naysayers and people that have been holding you back for a while, and you're knowing that it's time to let them go as well. So you're really moving forward for yourself. You're not listening to anybody. You're doing this because this is what you know is going to help you move forward. And the Page of Cups. Nice. Yeah, there's good news coming in, and you're going to be really pleasantly surprised. This could be new romance as well. So You know, that might give you that little extra boost to get going on something. There's friendships here that could turn into, you know, a bigger thing, like a spark of romance. Maybe somebody's had a child in the family, so there could be a new birth for that. But you are so ready for this change, and when this surprise happens, it gives you that green light, like, there it is, you know, time for me to make a change, sort of thing. And that's what you do with this. You take it, and this is your inspiration from the universe going, well, you wanted it, there's your sign, what are you going to do? So you're definitely changing the behaviors of yourself. Yeah, 8 of Cups, walking away. Leaving stuff that no longer serves you behind, and being okay with doing that. You've been, looks like for many of you, been trying to just stay put, keep your head down, do what you figure, you know, is expected of you. This can be in a job, a home life, a family, friends. And you're growing weary of it now. You're realizing that if you want to change this, it's time to get moving on it. So you're walking away from something, realizing it is time, you don't fit anymore, and you need to admit that to yourself and move forward. And that's what you're done here. You're finally releasing yourself, following your dream. And it looks like it's a pretty good one. And the 3 of Cups, look at the celebration, opportunities, like-minded people. This is a nice community for you. You're feeling, you know, right place, right time. This could be an invitation that's coming in for you to travel somewhere. And you're taking it. And it's going to give you that whole look of perspective back again. Like, oh, I could have that, or I could do that, or why aren't I living here? You know, those sort of dreams. That's maybe where you're going to meet this Page of Cups, you know, that new opportunity. Somebody coming in to tell you that, hey, you know, let's do dinner, let's do this, let's go out, that sort of thing. Or that, you know what, I have had a crush on you for the longest time. But you're going to get some really surprising news. Oh, and the Star card. Lovely. New opportunities, moving forward, feeling inspired. You are standing out like the beacon of light to everyone else. This is pleasure, happiness, fun, joy. Whew. You know, these are celebrations and success. This is your rebirth. You know, all is well. You're moving forward. The universe is watching over you. You're watching over yourself. You're making, you know, much wiser decisions this week. Your expectations are, you know, on high because you know what you want is right there. And now you're moving on it. You're taking action on this. Once you release and let go of people from the past, places, things that haven't been serving you, it looks like, for quite some time, and admitting it to yourself, then you will take action to change it. And that's what you've done here. Oh, look at that. Karma. Perfect. The universe is helping. It's giving you back your choices. Helping you to realize this is good karma. Step into the light. You know, good things are starting to come back around for you. You've helped many in the past, and now this is the universe helping you move forward. So you've definitely got the green light to step forward into this dream. You're no longer sitting on the back burner thinking about it. You're actually taking action on something totally new this week for yourself. Wow. But you're ready for this. You're willing to do this at all costs because your dreams are just over there. And you realize that now. All right. And a little more clarity. The Queen of Wands. Beautiful. New beginnings. Successful ventures. You're taking action. And you're the management of this. You're in charge of all of this. You know. Whew. And you're willing to help others as well. You're not just taking on the limelight for yourself. No, you're taking some pretty big, bold moves, but they're lucky for you. And you're willing to share that with others. So, you are really taking that adventure to the best level for yourself. All right. And your oracle card. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. And there you go. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.